Hello, my name is Kuvoa. What is up? How's everyone's day doing today? I hope you guys are doing good. I hope everyone's fine and dandy on this fine whatever time this video is posted. So, Twomad. He died. Alright. Good job, everyone. Good job. The death of Twomad it's a death that came out of nowhere, in my opinion. I didn't really have that on my bingo card, I'm gonna be honest. Twomad's death was very surprising to me. I wasn't very familiar with the guy. I only seen him in his memes. I only know him from his memes, and once in a while I would see him pop up on my feed, whether it was Instagram, YouTube, or Twitter, or whichever platform. He had this collab with Belle Delphine, which was like the weirdest collab. What's happening with Belle Delphine too? I haven't heard of any of these people. You know, the only time I hear about them now is when they die, which is really sad if you think about it. But yeah, I never was really a fan of Twomad. He kind of seemed a bit weird, which, you know, I don't want to pat myself on the back, but I called it. He was a little weird. He was a little weird guy. He was a little weirdo. Let's just say that. A lot of people didn't like him. You know, he was accused of a lot of things. He did a lot of things to a lot of people, which is not very appropriate to say on YouTube, but he wasn't a good guy. He was not a good guy. He was one of those people that really spiraled down after a successful run on a social media platform, multiple social media platforms, Twitch, YouTube, Twitter, yeah, whatever. I guess if you can have a successful, I don't know what I'm talking about anywhere. Ugh, God, fuck, I'm so tired. I'm making this video like at 11 o'clock at night. I was just like, I need to get something out. I need to record something. I want to quickly talk about the unraveling of the death of Twomad, because it's something that came out of nowhere, right? So Twomad, he was famous for a meme that came out in 2019. If you have never seen it, it's where he
that's all right.
Like, I'm gonna go to sleep.
Good night,
I'm
girl.
gonna go to sleep, baby girl.
Tomorrow.
I'll talk to you in the morning. And he just fucking fell, right? That was his legacy. That was really his legacy. Now, was that the only thing that made him famous? No. He had multiple things, right? He collabed with YouTubers, he collabed with Twitch streamers. He was a, I would say, famous guy. He was a famous person in my books. I would classify him as a social media influencer. So he was somebody, at least in my books. He was somebody. But then he started to spiral out of control after like 2022, I would say. After a lot of things came out about him, a lot of people were accusing him of things, and he never really cared for them. He never really rebutted against them. He never really said they were lies. Even if he said it was a lie, there was so many screenshots of what happened during a situation or multiple situations that he was in, that he was caught in his own lie. And the thing is, Twomad is not a very smart guy. He doesn't really keep his mouth shut. He just goes off on Twitter. He makes everything a joke. He's not a very serious person. He's not a very up there person. So, you know, when I started to see that, when I started to see more videos about him, you know, I kind of thought to myself, this guy's not really, you know, the best guy in the world. He died while playing Overwatch 2. Really? That's gonna be your last game that you're gonna play? Overwatch fucking 2? Are you fucking kidding me? You could have at least played some Siege, man. Like, I will always advocate that Siege is one of the worst fucking games that will ever exist because of how it's handled and how the devs operate it. But that game is 1,000 times better than playing Overwatch fucking 2. Like, What the fuck? If your last game is Overwatch 2, you don't deserve to go to heaven. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. But God, Overwatch 2? Are you fucking serious? Anyways. But yeah, his death was not taken seriously, if I want to do say so myself. There is a comment like this in his Discord server, which I wouldn't say they really respected him. I mean, there's also one right here, one right there, one right here, and another right there. Now you take a look at those comments and you tell me, was he really respected in his Discord server? I mean, someone who really doesn't take himself seriously isn't going to be taken seriously by anyone else. And fair point, right? And fair point. Now, I can sit here, I can shit on Twomad, but it's not my place to shit on Twomad, because I didn't know the guy. I didn't follow him. I didn't watch him. I didn't keep up with him religiously, so I rarely know who he is. I know he just plays games. He's a funny dude. He was a funny dude. Now he's a kind of like a shitty dude, but it's not my right to like shit on him and sit here and talk smack. But what I do want to say is that his death is still sad. His death is still a sad thing that happened. It's unfortunate. Not the death itself, but the death that, how it affected the people that he was close with, right? His family, his friends, the people who loved him. Those are the people that I truly feel sad for. And I hope they find peace, right? Because those are the people that they're gonna keep it inside of them for a very long time. It's something that they're gonna never forget. And those are the people that I do feel bad for. I hope they do find peace. Now for Twomad himself, he chose this, right? He chose to do that to himself. He overdosed, if you guys didn't know. I don't know what drug he took. I think it was ketamine, some fentanyl or ketamine. I don't know which drug, but it was a very hard drug. And apparently he took many of that and he overdosed. So, I'm gonna be honest, I don't feel bad for Twomad at all. He chose to take those drugs. He chose to overdose. He chose to not care for his life. And yeah, he was a grown man. He chose to do that. So I don't feel bad for him at all. I don't feel sad for his death at all. I feel sad for his family. I hope his family gets better. I hope his family finds peace one day. That's who I do feel bad for. But God, let's go back to the Discord stuff. God damn. God. He's getting roasted in his own Discord server. Like, people are showing videos of him before, like, the final minutes before he dies. Dude is literally fucked up. You can see in his face, he is fucked up. He is skinny. Dude, he lost so much weight. My God, he lost so much weight. I haven't seen Twomad since 2022, I want to say. I want to say. It could be longer. I have not kept up with the guy since his meme transpired. But God, he wasn't the skinniest dude. He was not the skinniest dude. He wasn't the biggest dude. He was big, but he wasn't like jacked, right? But God, I saw the video that I think it was his mods who took that video. The dude was skinny. I could actually see his jawline, which was crazy. God, I mean, you can tell from that, like, he was fucked. He was really fucked. And, it is sad to see someone like that go, do that to themselves. But he chose it. He chose himself to do that. Are those mods assholes for recording? Yeah, those guys are fucking dickheads. Those guys are psychopaths. Like, who records someone literally committing suicide? Dude, you have to be some sick son of a bitch to do that. I'm sorry, you have to be sick in the fucking head. Like, oh my God, that is terrible. That is terrible. But I do feel bad a little bit. I'm a regress on that. I do feel bad a little bit for Twomad because he did do drugs. No one deserves to go out like that, in my opinion. He was a horrible dude. He was a shitty dude. I would rather see Twomad in jail, for his crimes, or for the things he did to all those people. I want to see karma conflicted onto him. I don't want to see him die, right? I would rather see the karma come back to him and hit him and make him realize the things he's done. So when someone gets an easy death like that, it just kind of sucks as well, because we could have shown him how much of a shitty person he was, and he could have changed for the better, but things happen. So I do feel bad though. Like, drug overdose is something that's really serious, and it's really affecting a lot of people in today's day and age. And I do feel bad on that standpoint. But God, like it's so conflicting. This story is very conflicting, because Twomad was a shitty person, but then you have shitty people who like never helped him. Like, look at his mods. Those guys are the shittiest people fucking seen. Obviously, they're not helping him or his mental health. Of course, he's gonna transpire the way he did. Look at the people who was surrounding him. Look at all the people in his Discord. Look at his mods. God, like, when you have people surrounding you like that, you're just never gonna get better. You're just not gonna get better, which sucks, man. Twomad, with the first time I seen him in that viral meme, he was a funny dude. I want to say that I quoted that meme a lot. I'm not gonna lie, I really like that meme. I checked out his stuff later on. Never really got into him. I stopped watching him before I even started. I think I watched like one video, and then I never really watched any of his videos again for a really long time. And then he did something with Belle Delphine, and then I was like, what the hell is that? So I went back to his YouTube channel. I went back to his Twitch. Like, oh, he collabed with that guy. Oh, he collabed with this guy. That's cool. And then I never checked back again. And then now we're here with his death. And I was like, no, you got to be shitting me. This guy cannot be dead. Are you serious? Dead at 23 too. Crazy. That is crazy. I'm 20 years old. He was 3 years older than me. And, he's more successful than me. But and now he's dead. Now I'm here still. But that is just that is awful, man. That is really awful. I didn't have a script for this video. Usually I would write a script, but I kind of just wanted, like, I didn't really have anything to say. Twomad's death is sad, but he was a shitty person. He was a shitty person. He didn't deserve death. No one does. I would rather see him, face the actions of his consequences. What the fuck? The consequences of his actions? I would rather him face. And he's never going to have that. He's never going to get that. He's never going to realize how much of a shitty person he was. I hope behind the camera, I hope behind the tweets, he somehow realized that, maybe I'm a shitty person. Right? At least he could admit that by himself. I hope that happened. But yeah, Twomad's death is very out of nowhere. It's sad. I feel sad for his family. But what can you do about it? He's the one that chose this life. He's the one that chose to spiral down, let all the voices talk to him. And eventually it took his own life. He played a dangerous game, and he won a dangerous prize. And that's what happens. We could have helped him as a community. His mods, the people in his Discord could have helped him in his community. But things happen, and wherever Twomad is, I hope he's living better. Hope he's living a healthier life. Hope he realizes that his actions were shitty, and that he was a shitty person. And I hope he changes wherever he is. So with that being said, I just wanted to talk about it for a little bit, since Twomad he wasn't a big part of my YouTube start, but he was somewhat a part of my my YouTube not uprising. What? Probably barely have like 100 subs. He was part of the YouTube start, right? Because I would think like him and all these other YouTubers who would start off a similar way and then just blow up. So I just wanna say, thank you for inspiring me to do this, because it's kind of a little hobby right now, but I hope it comes something bigger. And Twomad, wherever you are, I hope you realize that you were a shitty person, and I hope you change, and I hope wherever you are living happier and a healthier life. All right, well, that's it, man. I'll see you guys later. Peace.